Hi everyone, this is Andrew Ottman with an edition of Academic Spotlight, a special series that we're doing on the colleges at Middle Tennessee State University. We're going to talk in this program about the University Honors College. And joining me to tell us everything about it is Dr. John Weil, Dean of the college. Welcome, John.
Good to be here. Thank you.
It's good to have you back on the set. So a shameless plug here.
Absolutely.
I love the Honors College. My daughter Emily is
one of our best.
Is a Buchanan Fellow.
She is.
And for us, the Honors College was a key part of the decision for her to come to MTSU. She had to overcome the dad issue, working at MTSU, but it was the Honors College and the opportunities that you offer those students that really was the tipping point for her to come to MTSU. So let's start at the start.
Okay.
What is the Honors College, and what does it provide me if I am eligible to join?
Okay. The Honors College is sort of our way of replicating a liberal arts or an Ivy League kind of atmosphere at a state university with all the options that it offers, but also with that sort of special attention, special care, special scholarship opportunities for students. You know, a lot of students who are listening, if they're in high school, they've taken honors classes there. And I think our experience is a little bit different, but you know, we try to take our best students, put them with our best professors in small classes, so they're very interactive, very personal, sort of a home within a home, a community within a community. And I think, you know, most students who appreciated honors courses in high school would also appreciate the experience at the college level.
How does one get in the Honors College? What do I have to do to qualify, both as a freshman and as a transfer?
Let's cover both. And let me make a distinction here, because there are some schools that you can apply to where you're not going to know if you're in the Honors College till you actually get to the school.
Right.
But at MTSU, we make it really simple. So if you're coming in as a high school freshman, you need a 3.5 grade point average and a 25 ACT. You're in the Honors College if you want to be in the Honors College, but we don't draft anybody. You know, we want to have people who are willing participants. Now, transfers. Once you, or somebody, let's say you came in, you didn't have quite a 3.5 in high school, but you've taken 12 hours of dual enrollment, or you've been to a community college for a semester or two or three. If you have a 3.25 or better, then you're also eligible in college work, then you're also eligible to be in the Honors College. And that, by the way, is what it takes to stay in the Honors College, a 3.25 or better in your college work. Now, there are somewhat higher criteria for those who are applying for special scholarships, so we can talk about them, or...
And we will.
Yeah,
There's some fantastic scholarships. We've touched on the Buchanan. We'll get back to that in a second. The greatest advantage that I see from my point is that my daughter Emily tells me that the deeper dive that they take in the honors classes is really what makes it special for her. She's taken a variety of things both in her major but also outside of her major that has really broadened her experience.
I think that's right, and you know, partly, the main reason that's possible is, again, you have smaller classes, and you're with other, you know, highly motivated, high achieving students. So it's not as though, you know, one apprehension that we always get for people at the Honors College is, oh, it's going to be so hard. Well, you know, some classes will probably be a little harder or a little easier, but they're not meant to be harder or easier. They're meant to be, as you say, deeper and more interactive. And particularly, you know, the student who likes to know their professor and other people in the class, somebody who likes to participate. I always tell people, you know, if you want a class of 150 where you send your girlfriend in to take notes for you, you don't want to be in the Honors College. If you like the smaller interactive classes, chances are you're going to like the Honors College.
Indeed, and you know, we talked about replicating the Ivy League experience.
Yes.
The building that the Honors College is housed
in
is Ivy covered, and it's iconic, a beautiful place that they can learn and gather.
Well, and what's so good about it is it reflects the appreciation of our own honor students, because the initial $2 million gift that the university matched shortly after Dr. McPhee became president was a gift of Paul and Lee Martin. Paul was our very first honors graduate back in 1974. And he's, I have several other graduates who are on our honors board of visitors and, who've created scholarships and others. And, if somebody graduates and comes back and says, this is good enough experience that I want to replicate it for others, that's pretty good testimony that, we had a good thing going.
Absolutely. We're very proud of Paul and proud that he has his family's name on that building, and it's a great
yes.
opportunity and asset for the university. We're also proud of the fact that the Honors College has really been poised to help students get national scholar
Absolutely.
recognition. And talk about some of those. Those are real pride points for us.
I will. We have a UFO office, which sounds a little creepy when you first hear
Really?
it. But
You have a UFO
We
office?
do, but it's an undergraduate fellowship office. It's directed
Oh,
by
that.
yeah,
Okay.
it's directed by Laura Clifford, who's here with me today,
Yes.
sort of helping me in case I forget something. But in any event, it is devoted primarily to searching out national, even international opportunities that are available to our undergraduates. For last 10 years, almost every year we've had 2 to 3 people who have gotten national Fulbright scholars, which enable them either to, once they graduate, to either teach abroad or study abroad. We've had a fair number of students in the natural sciences who have won the Goldwater Award, which is sort of the highest scholarship that an undergraduate can get at the national level. We have a lot of fellowships out there for critical language study. So we sent people abroad, usually for a summer or whatever. We work with Dr. Fisher in basic and applied sciences and other sciences on campus to help with what are known as REUs, so research experiences for undergraduates. Where typically, now we had some adjustments to make from COVID this last year, but typically a student will go to another campus, sometimes even overseas, and study, do a research project for 8 or 12 weeks. And they are often the basis. One of the things that distinguishes the Honors College from other graduates at MTSU is that they do an honors thesis. And often they can take some of the research that they've begun at one of these REUs and then apply them to their thesis.
And it's a very proud tradition when their thesis has been presented and accepted, they ring the bells.
They do
of the
now.
Honors College.
With COVID, I now in front of my laptop have a little gong that I ring and then a little thing that I hold like that. But yes, traditionally, our honors thesis is defended in the honors thesis defense room, which is right under the bell tower in the Paul Martin Sr. Honors College building. So that is a tradition. There's also a tradition that all our graduates get to wear a special medallion at graduation. They are specifically recognized at graduation, asked to stand. Everybody claps for them at graduation. So it's a pretty big deal here, and we plan to keep it that way.
It's a very big deal. And let's talk about the big deal of the Buchanan
Okay.
Fellowship.
Okay.
We bill it as, and because it's the most prestigious, the highest academic award that we offer an incoming freshman. And
That's right.
Indeed, it's an honor that carries forth for your entire career
Sure.
at the university. Describe the
Well,
program.
let me make a general push for the university's guaranteed scholarships, and you may have covered that elsewhere. And I may be a little fuzzy, but I think I'm right on this. Right now, if you have a 23 or higher on your ACT and a 3.5, and you get all your application materials in by December 1st of the year
Yes.
before you're graduating, you will get 2,000, 4,000, or 2,000, 4,500, or 5,000, depending on what your ACT score is. They are guaranteed scholarships. So
You're going to make our admissions people proud. That's
Well,
exactly
I
but
mean,
it is a big advantage.
it
is.
is.
A big advantage.
And I say that in part because the Buchanan Fellowship is trickier than that.
Yes.
For the Buchanan, you have to have the same qualifications as the highest scholarship here, which is a 3.5 and a 30 on the ACT, which is pretty far up there. And for the guaranteed scholarships, all you do is get your application materials in. Your application, your transcripts. For those, once you apply, you're automatically considered.
Yes.
You will get it if you qualify for it and you come here.
And that would be a trustee's scholarship at that level.
That's right. The trustees, I think, is now $4,500 a year, I believe.
I think it's 5,000.
5,000?
5,000.
Okay. In any event, their highest scholarship, it's guaranteed.
And
If you have-
guaranteed.
You have
Yes.
the 3.5 and the 30, you get your materials in, it's guaranteed.
But this
Now,
is
for the Buchanan, same deadline. for freshmen.
December 1st.
December 1st. And you have to have the minimum 3.5 and a 30, but there's a special application. And that application is designed basically to get sort of a more holistic view than we might just from an application.
Right.
We can take 20 people a year, we give them full tuition and fees, plus $1,000 a year for books, up to $2,500 while they're here for study abroad or going to conventions, making presentations, that sort of thing. But you could have a 35 and a 4.0 and still not get the Buchanan.
It's not a guaranteed.
It's not a guaranteed.
competitive
Now, you'd be very
fellowship.
competitive
Yes,
if you
yes,
if
yes.
you had those qualifications, and most people would get it. But we're looking at people who have a broad vision, people who have participated in a lot of activities, and not so much the quantity, maybe, but the quality. You know, it might be if you're captain of the debate team, that might be more impressive than being a member of 5 clubs, or
Right.
if you've formed an environmental group at your school. And by the way, we take it very broadly. So if you've done work for your community, your school, your church, whatever it is, you know, we want people that are actively engaged, and the best predictor of who's going to be actively engaged on campus is basically who's been actively engaged when they were in high school.
Right.
So I always tell people, you know, I don't know that we want your kindergarten graduation certificate, but you know, if you've done something important in high school, let us know about it.
Right.
And for some people, by the way, you know, we realize that not everyone's economic situation is the same. And so if there's somebody, and this will be particularly true when we get to the Honors Transfer Fellowship, but if you had to have a job, you know, 10 or 20 hours a week while you were in high school, that tells us that you're out there doing something beyond what the typical high school student would probably do. So give us as complete a picture, and then there'll be an essay or two that'll ask you specifically what you want to major in and how you think that's going to impact the world. But you know, it's not a place to be a wilting flower. If you have it, tell us about it.
Right.
And you know, what we try to do with these 20 students, and by the way, they take some common classes together, which sort of builds a community for them as they come here.
They're a cohort that really stick as a cohort.
Well,
throughout their-
especially for the first 2 years,
Right.
where they take common classes together. But you know, we want people who want to be doctors and lawyers, but we don't just want them. You know, we want musicians, we want artists, we want people that, you know, might frankly look a little different from the average student. When we put them together, it's sort of like, you know, I'm not a chemistry major, but you get a special chemistry when
Yeah.
you get these variety of inputs. So
and that's why you have a selective process. You're building in that cohort, that class.
we
You
are.
want to have a good feel for that class.
and you can be sure, you know, if a student applies, their application is going to be read by, you know, associate dean and 3 or 4, you know, other members of the faculty and people on our staff. So we're going to look at it as holistically as we can. But if by chance somebody applies and they don't get the Buchanan, it doesn't mean we don't want them.
Absolutely.
We only have 20 students we can take a year.
And they've got that guaranteed scholarship.
They have that, and you can't, by the way, just to be absolutely clear, you can't combine the guaranteed scholarship with Buchanan, but you can combine a guaranteed scholarship or a Buchanan with a lottery scholarship or with a scholarship from Rotary or your church or your school or any other organization that might be supported.
Understood. And before we stop talking about the Buchanan,
Yes.
it is named for James Buchanan.
It is.
Talk about him, why we're proud of him.
Absolutely. I'll just show his picture there on our medallion. Dr. Buchanan was a local boy, came to, I guess it was in Middle Tennessee Teachers College or some such. He subsequently went on and got degrees from University of Tennessee and University of Chicago, and he's a Nobel Prize winner. He gave us permission to use his name, and he was very kind to us in his will. We have a very nice endowment that helps support, you know, some of the extras that we are able to give for the Buchanan Fellows.
He's one of our pride points in this program.
He
It's
certainly
fantastic.
is.
Let's pivot to the opportunities that
Okay.
we offer to transfer students, the
I'll do
fellows
it.
transfer.
And let me make one other, since I have this brochure sort of to remind me. We have, you know, a lot of times we sort of forget homeschool students, but we really have a soft spot in our hearts for homeschool students because some of them, including our Taylor Barnes, who was our very first Goldwater winner, you know, came to us out of homeschool. They have been some of our finest students, and encourage them to apply for Buchanan and for the Honors College as well.
Our current student trustee, our former student
Yes.
body president, Delaney McDonald.
Absolutely,
homeschooled
and her brothers who also
and a
came.
Buchanan. So,
That's right. So let's talk then about the Honors Transfer Fellows. I've already mentioned that if you come in from another school, first thing I guess to say is if you come from a school that has an honors program, we're going to count their honors courses as our honors courses.
Okay.
So, you need a total of 29 hours to graduate from honors. We'll accept up to 18 for your freshman and sophomore courses. If you have them at Vol State or Motlow or Velocippi, wherever you're coming from, you're going to get credit for them
we
here.
have those cooperative agreements with them.
And if you have a 3.25 or above, as we previously discussed, then you're eligible to be in the honors program, and we encourage you to do so. Now, just as we have, and again, now here's where I may need some help. But just as there's a guaranteed scholarship for freshmen, there's one also for transfers. It has a different deadline, which
Yes.
is February 15th, and it's a lesser amount. I believe it's $3,000 a year as a guaranteed
You're
scholarship.
doing fine. You're on a roll.
Okay, good. So for anybody who applies here, get everything in by the February 15th deadline, they're going to get that scholarship. Now, if they have a 3.5 or higher, then they're also eligible for the Honors Transfer Fellowship. And for in-state students, pays more for out-of-state, but for in-state students, pays $3,500 a semester for up to 4 semesters. And we do set aside some extra money for them also if they want to study abroad or do some special projects. Now, this scholarship, because it was so successful, we did it for a couple years with 15 incoming students, and we found that we had a lot more demand than that, so we've now raised that to 30 students. And I mentioned earlier that the Buchanan students take some common classes together in their first 2 years. Well, when you come in as a junior or senior, there's not quite as much leeway to do that, but we do have a common research class that the transfer students take. We have 2 classes of 15 each, and we also have a special initiation for them like we do for the Buchanan students. There's a special medallion for them when they graduate, just as there is for our transfer students. And really much of the only primary difference between the application for Buchanan and honors transfer is that for honors transfer, we don't require the ACT. And it's sort of counterintuitive, but it really makes sense because the primary indicator of success in college is not grades or ACT. It's success in college. So if a student has done well at Motlow or Columbia State or wherever they're coming from, if they got a 3.5 or better there's a pretty good chance that the same qualities that enabled them to get that grade point average there are going to help them here as well. And I never want to denigrate our Buchanan fellows, but we've had some of our honors transfer students who have had very similar records. We just had a student not too long ago who graduated, went to medical school at the Mayo Clinic. And we've had others who've had similar success in Fulbrights and some of the national scholarships that we mentioned. So again, let me stress this for the Buchanan. You'd be surprised at how many times you say, well, I have the grade point average, and they leave things blank. Tell us what you've done.
This is not the time to be,
right.
say, a wilting flower.
And again, maybe it's something you're not, maybe because, maybe you know some musical instruments. You haven't actually been in a band, but you know several musical instruments. That tells us something about you. And again, if it's church work, that's fine. If it's work at your school, just tell us that you're going to be involved here. And particularly, when you get to transfer students, you often get some non-traditional students. You have people who raise families. That means something.
Right.
And I think of my own mother who had to go back and get a bachelor's degree other than the one that she had when I was in high school. She did that while she was raising 5 children and working at church. And she probably didn't have much other activities, but that in itself is an accomplishment. So tell us.
Right.
And again, we're looking for the same kind of thing we are with Buchanan. We want a variety of majors. We want a variety of career goals. And we like a mix of, your traditional person who came right out of high school, went 2 years to community college and came here. But we like to have some people who've raised families and decided to come back, or they've been on a job and decided that they needed a bachelor's degree. We want you here.
Fantastic. And John, just to underscore,
Yes.
December 1.
December 1 for the Buchanan,
Buchanan.
and for these guaranteed scholarships for freshmen.
But in an additional application process for the Buchanan.
For the Buchanan.
It is not an automatic like the guaranteed academic scholarship.
Absolutely.
I must go to find a form for this, right? So
That's
I must
right.
go to your website, right? And
Absolutely.
what is that site?
Um,
mtsu.edu/honors.
honors. Is that going to do it? Okay.
That'll take you
Laura's
right to
helping
it.
me out here.
I'm
Okay.
asking you a question I knew the answer to.
Well,
but,
okay. Well, you
But-
set me up here. That's what I probably would have done, but I wasn't confident enough to be able to tell people.
But I can find on
You could.
the site. I can download that form, fill it out,
Right.
and,
And if
and
for
it'll tell me how to submit.
Right, and if
correct?
for some reason they can't find it, call us.
Okay.
And by the way, with due regard to social distancing, if you come to our building, we'll show you around.
Right.
Now, we'll wear a mask, and we want you to wear a mask while you're doing it, but we don't have anything, we have something we want to show off.
Absolutely.
So your people, even though we haven't had the same kind of days on campus that we typically do, you're always welcome to come by the Honors College, and they're welcome to call or to email.
Fantastic. Dr. John Weil, Dean of the University Honors College, thank you for joining us on
You're
this
welcome.
program.
Pleasure to be here.
And this does wrap up our program, but a couple of reminders. We want to make sure our students and their families are well aware of the guaranteed scholarships offered at MTSU. You will see them listed on your screen right now. If you or a member of your family are looking to come to MTSU, you may qualify for one of these academic scholarships. The deadline to be eligible is coming up soon, so please be sure that you apply and don't miss out. Set yourself up for success at MTSU. I'm Andrew Ottman, and I hope to see you on campus very, very soon.